Good morning, students. Have you all completed the program that is finding the previous day? Have you all completed? What about others? Some part remaining. Okay. Okay. Praful, Yuvraj, Smith, Riya, Rakshit, Karan, Devi Kumar, Dhruti. What about the others? Mohammad. Did you all complete or not? Kindly respond me. Okay. Remaining. Okay, we will discuss how to form the decision table. Those who are not completed, please do it right now. Please wait. Let me share the PPT. Sorry, the PPT was not uploading. Just a minute. It was struck it, and please wait for 2 minutes. Let me close and open it again. Please wait. Unable to load the presentation, please. 2 minutes. Listen, um, sorry for the delay. Right, your program is you have to find the previous date. Whatever the year you have to enter in as a input. It may be a that is for example when you take the year that is January 1 2000 2000, that is your input, then you have to find the previous date of the month, because the year will be vary. You take as the input for 2000, it will the previous year was 1999, the last previous date is December 31st, the year should be in 1999. So that's we want to find here. So whatever the date you enter, that you have to easily get the previous date or next date, that is easy. But we are having some difficulties when the year maybe a leap year, or the days, or in the month, the end date or the first date. That is both. Here they are asking only previous date. Suppose they want to ask next date or the previous date. What is the confusion in that? We want to find the previous date or the next date. We want to know whether the month, if the given input is the month end or month first, the input is the first day of the month or end of the month. It will be confusing us, because some months having a 30 days, some months having a 31 days, and February having a 28 days on 29 days in the each if it is leap in that particular part of the February month, we have to include the year leap year. If it is the leap year, we have a 29 days. If it is not leap year, we are having only 28 days. Are you clear? It will be the program. You need to find the previous date. Usually, if you are enter any date, it will be find the previous date or the next date. It is not a big issue. But when you are given the input is the end of the month, sorry, end of the year or the end of the month, it will be confusing. So, for example, when you just a minute. When you take the example as this is the day, this is the month 1 2000. So if you are given 2000, what is the previous date of this? This is 1. What is the previous date of this? 31 12 1999, right? So here the year will be changed. The year will be totally changed, and there is the confusion in the previous month having a 30 days or 31 days. So normally, if you are given the date, the next date or the previous date, for example, when you are taking 201 2000, when you are given this as the input, the previous date is automatically 1 1 2000. So that is not a big issue to find that easily. The same the day only change, the month and year is not change, like the way when you have to find the next day, or also there is a not issue. So where everything is fine. When you are go for like this, it will be the year will be changed, the month will be changed, it is the end of the month, the previous date is end of the previous month, and also it is the year also change. So for that, we want to calculate, that is whether the month having 30 or 31 days, for each and every month having a different days, right? For example, whether it having a 30 days or 31 days. The February alone having a confusion for it may be a 28 days or 29 days. When go for the February month, we need to add the condition leap year. That is, if the year is leap year, then the February month having a 29 days. Otherwise, we have to calculate the add the 28 days. So for that, we are writing all those conditions in this program. Are you clear in this point? Or how to compute the previous date or even though next date? Whatever the date you taken, you have to find the previous day date, previous date. When you are taking finding the previous date, we need to calculate all those conditions, and then based on that we are able to find the previous date. Are you clear in this point? For that, we have to use the decision table concept. Here, the decision table concept is nothing but we have to combine various combination of input and we have to capture the output. So here, there will be a month. This is the test case. According to the equivalence class for boundary value analysis, we have to take value, that is we have to set the input for the between those months, and there are n number of possibilities case. I'm given only the six cases here. So this is the month, this is the day, then this is the year. So month you have to taken as a string or integer. That is not a constraint here, but we want to find the previous date. So when you go for previous date, here the action stub, condition stub, action stub, and condition entries and action entries we must include in the decision table. These are the test cases. This is the sample test case, not all the test case. When you go for finding the all the test case, it will be take the time. So we have to check whether few test cases with the um, this program. So here, the general step to test that general step to for the decision table. The first step, we have to determine the conditions and the actions according to the meaning of the question. Second step, we have to consider as the number of rules. So we have to take the consider as the number of rules, and decision table with the condition has 2 into n rules, each condition having either true or false value. Third step, you have to list all the condition and action, fill in the condition items in your decision table. Fourth step, you have to simplify whether there will be a more rules in the same action. There we have to relationship between the condition term, and we have to find the test cases. So here, the month, that is month one, we have in the month we are having three conditions. So when you take the month is 1 to 12, there we have to say, decide whether the month is 1 to 12. What are the month having a 30 days? What are the months having a 30 days? The second, in the month, there is a condition 2 in the month. For this all, for only for the month. So we are having a three condition. In the month 1 to 12, the days has been 30 or 31 days. Another one, the first one 30 days, another one 31 days. In the month, in the M3, that we are want to find whether the month is 2, whether the month is 2. If the month is 2, then what are the things we need to calculate? The days. In the days, what are the conditions we have to say? The day is 1 to 28, and day 1, day 2 is 29, or and day 3 is 30, and day 4 is 31. So these are all the possibility condition in the days. For the month, we are having the that is when you enter the date. listen carefully. When you enter the date, your value should be within this. If the month is 2, then we have to enter 28 or 29. 28 or 29. And let me check. Here, when you given the input for the days, day 1, we have to set the condition. It may be a 1 to 28. Like the way we have to take 1 to 29, and one more condition is 1 to 30, and one more condition is 1 to 31. These are the possibilities when you get the value for days. Like the way that we are having the month, we need to conclude that is month 1 having a 30 days. The condition 1, the month having a 30 days or 31 days, or the month if it is in 1 to 12, the month may days may be the month having a number of days 30, the month having a 31. So, and one more thing, when you are enter the 2, when you need to check whether the year we have to calculate, suppose we have to set the condition this, it may be a leap year or it may be a common year. These are all the year conditions. So here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We have to check whether these rules for as a condition for your input. So when you are taking these input as a conditions, then what will be the reactions? That is action 1. We have to getting the action according to this. So when you taking the decision table, it may be a next date or the previous date. We have to find and we have to write this. It may be a next date or previous date. According to that, we have to check the condition here. So here, the C1, the condition 1, month is in M1. If the month is in, that is month in M1. What is the month 1? That is M1 is what? The when that is the month is 1 to 12. Then what is it having a 30 days or 31 days, that we want to check. If it is true, then we have to mark it as true. That is the rule 1. We have to check that if it is true. Then where in the same way, the C4, that is the day 1, the in the day is day 1, that is the day 1. There will be 21 1 to 28 or 29. We want to check whether it will be available within this case. That is also true. So, and one more is the given year is available in year. That is so. All those things will be available. That is either we are going to form this the um, we are going to mark it as the true, or which are the conditions or true, then it will be true. Other than that, don't care. That is, we no need to fill all those columns. This is called don't care condition. Don't, we are not bothering about that conditions. Only we have taken the true conditions here. So so we have to mark it as the true. So when you are taking your input, we have to check the whether the first condition is satisfied and the fourth condition is satisfied. Those columns are has been marked as true. Other than remaining parts are don't care. So we are don't want to bother these things in the particular column. That is rule 1. So next one, like the way we are taking the next one, it will be the when you are given the another input, that will be true or false. So this is the both for same. It will be a next. Here the action must be one is the we have to find the next date or the previous date. Another thing is the action may be impossible. Action may be impossible. There is only the two actions here. We have to find either the previous date or the next date. There we have to find the two possibilities here. Or either it will be find the next days or the previous date. Here in your question, we are going to find only the previous date. So the you omit this. You have to write the previous date alone. Here, impossible. One is the action is impossible, or the action is we have to find the previous day. According to the conditions, we have to mark it as a true or false. Other remaining parts are don't care conditions. Don't care conditions. Listen, I will be given the here. Then day one is the day one, and it may be a the day two is the less than or equal to 2 or 28 or the 29. Like the way we have to form the condition according to your inputs. We have a form the n number of test cases here, because we take only the sample test cases. You have to take any possible condition combination of conditions here, and you have to form your own test cases, and you have to form own your decision table. So it will be a when you are considering the month. This month, 31 days is not all the month. When you considering the number of months, all not all the 31-day months are together, except only 1 month, right? So like the way we have to find the rule for the rule also we are going to frame. That is, a rule is nothing but it is not a constraint. According to your combination of input, we have to form the rules in your decision table. So let me tell you clearly how to find it. When you taking decision table, we are taking the four parts here. That is, in your decision table, actions. Just a minute. We have to use only the four conditions. One is, that is four parts in the decision table. One is the condition step, another one is the action step, and condition entry, action entry. What is mean by condition step and action step? When you taking the condition, that is the input here, in the here, when you form, this is the input of your program. This is your output. This is the input which we are taking. The this is your action as called output. Here these entries are, that is C1, C2, C3, C4 we are given, no? This is called condition stub. This is are called as condition stub. Condition stub. It's may the condition stubs or not, there is not limitation. We have to use n number of conditions. Here this is called action stub. This is the actions are called action stub. Action stubs. So when you marking the true or false, right? Well, according to the condition, we are marking us in the column. These are all called condition entries. These are all the called condition entries. Condition entries. These are all called this here. If the both if the marked as it is, when you marked as impossible, or we have to find the next day. Here this is all called action entries. These are all the called action entries. So these four steps, four parts, elements are included in your decision table. The conditions, we have to make all the possible conditions, and we are going to form these the true or condition here. When you are taking your input, when whatever the input, according to that you have to form this decision table. Note this point, where when you taking the input for those condition, according to that you have to mark these entries, that is condition entries, and according to that we are going to mark the action entries. So these is the decision table for finding the previous date, or also the next date, also the same. These the in when you are go for the year and date, we are able to find the next date, and also we are able to find the previous date. So here these are all the conditions, that is the month one, month two, month two. Yeah, that is we have to define those, what are the conditions we are going to define in this part. So these are things we want to include in your decision table. Like the way I already explained, the how you want to do the program. So in this program, first when you are given input is may either that input may be a 21 or 06, then some year, that is 20 or 21. So when you are enter the input like this with format or without format, or you get the value for the day and the month and the year. So these things you will be getting the user input. When you are enter the day, we want to check whether the days are in these conditions. It may be a 1 to 28, and it may be a according to that you have to either write true or false in the decision table. When you given the value according to the, it will be available in the day one, day two, then those conditions are true. Like the way we have to check in the month, if it is available in the month, it will be also true. So then if it is the year, it will be available in the both condition of either it will be a leap year or it may be a common year. According to that you have to mark the decision table. Akash, your question is right. You can change it. I will change then in value. Maybe that is 31. You're right. I will change it and I will upload the PPT. Okay, this is the way you have to form the decision table. So these are all the conditions you include in your program when you are writing the code for this. First, you have to set the month, that is year, between any year. So then you have to calculate all those things and you have to verify your test cases. Then one more thing. The next program is write a program to three sides of triangle and determine whether they form the scalene, isosceles, and equivalent triangle. This is check your chat box. This is the next program. Here, when you given the triangle input, it may be from the according to you need to enter the three sides of triangle. That it may be a form any type of these triangle. It may be a scalene or it may be a isosceles or it may be a equivalent triangle. So we want to find whether the given input is scalene or isosceles or equivalent triangle. For that, you have to try the program when you are coming to the next lab. You have to complete the code for this. Then let me explain what is the for this we are going to use the um, that graphs. That is, we want to draw the graph for this. That is using the cause effect testing technique. We are going to use the technique for test cases here. That is your fifth experiment. For this program, we after calculating after computing those values, we want to draw the circle for effects and causes, and start from the effect and then pick what is the cause effect and draw the mutually exclusive causes, and you use for logic gate to draw the dynamic test cases. For this we are going to do in the next practical. So for that, you have to write the code, that is write a program to read the three sides of triangle, and we want to whether it will be form the scalene triangle or isosceles triangle or equivalent triangle. You want to find what is mean by those types of triangle. When you enter the you must get the user input for three sides, side 1, side 2, side 3. After that, whether the triangle is in which type, that is you need to find here. Triangle type is based on which triangle. That is, we are going to find the uh, triangle here. For this, I will just explain what is the concept of those triangle. um, for that, for equilateral triangle is the right angle triangle. The equilateral triangle is called right angle. Just a minute. When you go for the triangle, there will be a many types of triangle. Here we are going to only find which kind of triangle you have get it when you given the three sides. One is the equilateral or the it is called the equilateral or equilar triangle. When all the sides of and the angles or triangle are equal, when all the sides of triangle is equal, then it is called equilar triangle. That is, when only the sides are equal, then it is called equilateral triangle. Suppose the angular that is angles of those triangles are equal, then it is called equilar angle triangle. Here they are asking only equilateral triangle. So when you enter the sides of triangle, it will be a three triangles should be a same. That is just a minute. When you getting the user input, that is side one, we are going to get the input for those side one and side two and side three. Check your chat box S1, S or S3. So when your S1 is 10, S1 is 10, then side 2 also 10, then S3 also 10. So this triangle is called equilateral triangle. Another one is isosceles triangle. Then the triangle is a triangle in which two sides are equal. Then it is called isoscale triangle. That is the one that is two sides are equal and one angle is equal to 90 degree. Then it is called right angle triangle. Usually the isoscale triangle is nothing but the two sides are is equal. Then it is called triangle. That is side 1 is equal to 50, then side 2 equal to 50, and side 3 is something different, that is 20. So that when you enter the input for those triangle, then the triangle is called isoscale triangle. Are you clear? And one more thing we want to find here, whether the scalene. Scalene is nothing but we have to, there's both three inputs or in different forms. That is, all the sides are different. That is, it will be called uh, isoscale triangle. These are the types we are going to find. Just you have to write the code for those conditions, and we have to discuss what is the uh, cause effect testing technique. Are you clear? When you're coming to the next lab, you have to do the next experiment. You just complete the program alone. Let me explain what is the cause effect testing technique. Are you clear? Okay, that's all your today's class. Kindly share your attendance. One more information. I told yesterday the PP class that I will arrange the PP class for a DMIR class. I'm having another class for those section. So kindly don't join or don't wait for me. I will take that section on Saturday, or I will inform you later. Yesterday, the PP class has been cancelled due to the network issue. Let me take that class in some other day. I will inform the date and time. Today, I'm not possible to take that class. So kindly share your attendance. Yes, yes. I will upload now itself. Okay, those who have entered your attendance, please leave. Thank you all.